Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kodash. A double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS as well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is Leading Western Media Outlets Abuse their freedom of the press. Right, and basically this is just a statement coming from Russian President Vladimir Putin. And I pretty much thought it was noteworthy because, the scriptures talk about in Amos 8 and 11, a famine of the word, right, is going to come. And what that means is they have to censor, uh, you know, like the internet and different things that, bring forth information. And also the scriptures say that Yahweh Bashanel shall pour his spirit upon all flesh. And basically what that would do is cause people to speak up, right? And about the things that's happening. And that's exactly what's happening. All around the world, people are talking about the truth now, right? The things that are actually happening, right? Let me grab this one preset right here. I just thought about it. I know it's in the Prophet. I just don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly. 1 second. I believe it's second Edge 15, the world see. Okay, no, we got it. Second Ezra 6 and 28. And this won't be a long video. I just want to bring this out. But the world sees it. The world sees that these devils are trying to block the truth because the truth is coming out now. All right. It says second Ezra chapter 6 and start at 27. It says, for evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. Now these devils, right, and we're talking about basically the head, the leaders, the Amalekites, right, who control the world right now. They went out and deceived the whole world pursuant to Revelation chapter 27, right? So that's part of that deceit. It says, for evil shall be put out. Hey, you get into Job 18, you go to the fact that the light of the wicked shall be put out, right? And they're the evil. It says, for evil shall be put out and deceit shall be quenched. So Esau no longer have that power that he used to have. And that's what's happening, right? And that's why now he's trying to censor the words. It says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Now, the main truth, of course, is the scriptures and who we are as a people of Israel, because all nations, even Russia, all of them had a part to play in not allowing us to know who we are, but they know who we are. They know. That's why they exposed the Russian, the Russian icons, regarding the dark people, right, who are Israelites, who are us, right? So they know it was us, but they made a covenant with Satan, right, to hide the information from us. So, but now that information is coming out. So this is Amos 8 and 11. It says, Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh Bahashmi Awashad, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord Yahweh Bahashmi Awashad. Like I was saying, the main truth is who we are, right? And also who Esau Edom is, who the wicked is, right? And what they're doing, right? The things that they do behind closed doors, right? The things that they do in the dark. That's a part of the truth too, right? That they tried to hide, but it's coming out. But but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Awashad. So ultimately, because of the fact that the truth is coming out, the truth is being declared, Esau is now going to stop the truth from coming out. And the way you can do that is by censoring the medias, right? All the social medias, the web, the internet, ChatGPT, all of that stuff, to stop the truth from coming out. And what that's going to do is also stop the word from going forth, right? And you won't be able to get the word, we're just able to save thy soul. No more, because it has already gone out. The scripture says, seek the Lord while he may be found, right? It says, Amos 8 and 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Awashad, shall not find it. I just recently I was watching listening to the Elder Apostle Gabar's video about the elder brother Manat Tazakba out there out of GMS, South Carolina. I guess he had a family reunion, like 300 people, and now one of them came up to him to ask him about the Israelites, and I was like, damn, with everything going on, everything happening, uh, the Israelites getting much fame, on the medias and all of that because of the truth and the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. Not one person wants to ask anything, which is kind of crazy. And I thought about Isaiah 60, gross darkness to people. I mean, and I was like, even now, even still, nothing. So they gonna come though. Eventually, they gonna know who exactly to run to. And won't find it. Right. So Amos 8:13. In that day shall the fair virgin and young men faint for thirst. They that swear by the sin of Samaria and say that God will then liveth in the manner of Bathsheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise up again. Yeah, these different idols. They sweet Jesus. All these different idols that they believe in and follow Esau Edom. All of them is going to be through. And that's because the truth is coming out, and once again the nation see it. So the point was pretty much made, and here's the articles on Russia speaking on it. It says West instructed Russia on freedom of speech for years. Now it wants to ban it. Putin. It says the Russian leader noted that the reaction of Western elites on a new interpretation of events was primitive and straightforward. Let me read it again. It says the Russian leader noted that the reaction of Western elites on a new interpretation of events was primitive and straightforward. It says Western elites spent years teaching Russia about the importance of freedom of speech and competition, and now they are trying to ban and block all of that. President Vladimir Putin said in a speech marking the 20th anniversary of RT. So, it's seen, right? They're not, the scriptures talk about who said they works are in the dark. Let me grab that. All right, Isaiah 29. And right, okay. Yeah, right here. Isaiah 29:15. Right. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? So basically, because this devil is coming down with great wrath, he's moving where he's just not, he doesn't have any counsel, he's not thinking, he's doing things, trying to protect himself, whatever the case may be, he's back into a corner. So everyone sees him, that was the point. It says for years, they, Western elites, taught us how to live, how the media should work, how to understand democracy and what democracy is. What true freedom of speech is, they convince us of the importance of competition, of pluralism, of opinion, and so on. See what this is talking about.
Pluralism.
Okay. It says a condition or system in which two or more states, group, principal sources of authority coexist. Yeah, it was lots of opinion and so on. Putin said, but what happened to these mentors when RT appeared? And yeah, RT News and all that stuff banned, appeared and hundreds of millions of people began watching a channel offering a new interpretation of events. The reaction of these very elites, whom I have already mentioned, was primitive and straightforward. Ban, cancel, block. The Russian leader know it. So they don't want the truth out, basically. Western media abused their monopoly position. Putin. It says the president recalled that the leading Western media outlets almost always published whatever they wanted under the guise of objective news. Leading Western media outlets abused their freedom of the press and promoted false values in the early 2000s. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in a speech marking the 20th anniversary of RT. So remember how in the early 2000s, leading Western media outlets abused their monopoly position more often than not, almost always. In fact, they published whatever they wanted under the guise of objective news. They tried to impose not just some new rules on the minds and hearts of millions of people, but rather a new civilizational space based on false moral values, Putin said. Yeah, and that goes into Isaiah 32, too, right? They're being seen, bro. They're being known. Isaiah 32:5 says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the troll said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy. Russia, they seeing that over there. It says, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh Bashman to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. It says the instruments also of the troll are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak of right. And this is exactly what he did, you know. So, that's pretty much it. Shalom to the hopeful elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.